Hey everybody, hold on a second, I'm looking for something. Do you know what that is? That is a good deal on a budget optic for an air rifle, rimfire, or centerfire. But I don't know where it is. Let's look for it here. Oh, here we go. So this video, guys, is brought to you by Pinty. They were kind enough to send me a rifle scope for you to review, and I've done a lot in the past, and they really enjoyed my reviews, so they went ahead and sent me the 3-9 by 40. And as you see here, I have it mounted on my Venturi Avenger 25 caliber. I specifically chose this one because I like the exposed target turrets with the dials on them, so you can adjust for your zeros and set it to 0 and all that. As you can see, you have locking Allen heads, screws to lock the caps in, and then you have the locking turrets. So awesome scope for the money, guys, and that's why I asked them to send me this specific model, because I have pretty much all the models that they offer, but I really enjoy the 3-9 by 40 and the 4-16 by 40. As you all know, I have it mounted on one of my brake barrels, and it's just tremendously accurate and holds 0. So again, these scopes are for, whether it's a PCP, be cautious about mounting it to a brake barrel air rifle, because you do not want the recoil to damage the scope. But other than that, they have the standard focus ring back here. You got your dial. And then the actual rings that the scope comes with, I have mounted on my Venturi Avenger. And this model has the adjustable parallax setting, which I really enjoy because it goes all the way down to 10 yards. And then from 10 yards, it goes all the way to 200 yards and then to infinity. And it comes with the scope sunshade and all that, which I do not have on right now. But it's an awesome scope, guys, so I wanted to share my experience with you. And a lot of you know that I'm a big fan of these Pintys and center points, but they're almost identical, and I really enjoy it because the lenses are clear for what you get and what you pay for. Long range shooting and stuff like that for an air rifle, these are perfect. This one is specifically a 1/4 inch click, or 1/4 MOA at 100 yards per click. It's got the illuminated reticle, Mildot reticle, which I have some side shot footage for you guys to share so you can see what I'm talking about. And I got some testing that I wanted to share with you because, you'd think for what these scopes cost, which they're not expensive at all, around the $50 price point plus shipping depending on where you're getting it from, the vendors and all that. You can buy these directly from Pinty also. And they're just an awesome all-around scope, and you don't have to worry about spending a lot of money to get a lot of value out of it. And again, I've shot with these for years, and Pinty has really enjoyed my reviews of them. So again, they offered to send me this one, and I've had it for, almost 2 months now, and in the works. And a lot of you have seen footage on this gun before that's watched the channel and all about air guns using this rifle. So, with that said, again, the optics are clear. You got your adjustments and all that. And then what I like about these is that the actual turrets are very audible. You can hear the click really good. And then you can reset it to your 0 point, which they're spot on. And again, I've taken testing clips with this scope just to show you guys that. But I've been using it for the past 2 months, and I have not had one complaint over it at all. Again, I'm used to using these scopes, so it's no big deal. And just throwing it on here, like I said, with the scope rings that they provided in the box, the Weaver Picatinny scope ring, it fits perfect on this Venturi rail. So you can't beat these scopes, guys. And now I want to get into the testing portion of this scope. So right now I'm going to show you the way this scope is set up. At 50 yards, it's zeroed, as you can see. So let me show you that now. So you just seen me shoot this at 50 yards, and it's pretty much spot on. I got it zeroed out here on the dials on the turrets, zeroed up and down, left and right, and this is just going to be a quick and dirty method here just to show you how well this tracks and goes back to zero. So let's do it here. I'm going to crank this all the way out to the up position and then crank it back down and land on the zero mark again. Same with the right left turret. So let me count it out and lock it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Same goes for this turret. I'm going to go right all the way. So 1, 2. That's it. 1, 2. Alright, I had to add one more turn because it threw me off where it stopped. So let me shoot and see, make sure it's back on zero and it tracked. Okay, so after tracking the scope here, we're going to test and take one shot and make sure that the POI did not shift hardly at all. Wow, I'd say that's still spot on. With this gun shooting about a 1/2 inch group at 50 yards, I'd call that pretty good. Let me shoot one more. Oh yeah, a little minor adjustment there, but it's spot on. Well, you could see, guys, that ain't much difference there after cranking on the turrets on the up and down, left and right turret, and then going right back to zero after the first shot. Now, for anyone curious, I was using the Barracuda 31 grain, and my regulator pressure was set at 2900 psi with my hammer screw spring turned 2 times in from back all the way out. And that right there is easily, you know, 1/2 inch or less. Like I stated, that the gun can shoot 1/2 inch groups or less easily, you know, and group can be covered by a dime, no problem there. 3 shots after messing with the scope. So I'm not complaining, and definitely with the scope going back on track like that, you could see the first shot was still, you know, right of the crosshair, and then it went right back to zero after playing with the turrets. I am not complaining, so guys, if you're in the market for a budget-friendly optic and you want really clear lenses and you don't want to break the bank like some scopes out there, but you still want to get the performance of a high-end scope, you know, Pinty might be an option for you. They have not failed me yet. Again, you know, I use them all the time. I use the 3 to 9 by 40 here on my 25 caliber air rifle. I have the 4 to 16 mounted on my Gamma Whisper piston brake barrel. And again, it's taken some awesome shots on camera, and a lot of you guys probably remember that when I hit that gong past 155 yards using that exact scope. So again, be cautious of how you're mounting the scopes if you're going to use them for a brake barrel, piston gun, because, you know, they can damage scopes if you mount them improperly, for one, and number two, you know, it's just the nature of the beast. So, you know, if you're in the market for a scope and you only can spend, again, around the $50 price point, this is definitely a great option, and to me, it is worth every penny. You know, I first got into Pinty scopes when I bought my own, the 4 to 16, which I've had for over 3 years now, and I first started out with it on my umarex gauntlet, and it still has not failed me yet, and now it's on a brake barrel again. So I cannot believe the quality that I'm seeing and getting out of the ones that I've actually bought and the ones that I'm getting now. You know, the scopes are just on par for what they are. And for tracking and all that, you know, again, they're spot on. So definitely check out Pinty scopes, guys. I have no complaints over them for using them the past 3 years. And again, I appreciate Pinty for all they do for me. Thanks for sponsoring the video, guys. And again, check out the Pintys. I have them on my Amazon page if you guys are interested. So there you have it, the Pinty 3 to 9 by 40. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe below if you haven't already. Catch you on the next one. Thanks again.